Is the mystery of the stone balls solved? Interesting news has come in. Greetings, fans of the mysteries and riddles of ancient history. Recently, I was contacted by a hidden organization for the study of real ancient history and claimed to have been able to partially decipher the strange stone balls scattered all over the planet. Various researchers have been trying to understand the origin and purpose of the stone balls for years, but so far, no one has been able to publicly claim to have solved their mystery. The organization that contacted me also stated that they were only able to pick up the trail, but that they are very far away from a complete deciphering of the stones. According to them, such round stones all over the planet are a kind of mystery left by a mysterious ancient civilization. They have been able to determine that some of the stones correspond to constellations and other stars, forming a kind of map. However, there are complications, for at one time, many of the stones were destroyed in order to search for gold in them, and without all the pieces, it is very problematic to make a complete picture. The organization has already discovered 3 different branches that lead to one central point. In their opinion, these stones are a hidden map, which should lead to the secret of whoever can unravel it. But the task is complicated by the fact that many of the stones not only turned out to be destroyed, but also are located in the wrong places. This greatly hinders the making of a true map, for there is a correlation from their location on Earth to a point on the map. The group is even of the opinion that because of the many complicating factors, the map cannot be completely drawn, and the main cache will only have to be searched along a few lines. Researchers from the group added that the stones themselves may also contain certain clues, but at the moment they cannot unravel their secret. However, they already understand that this mystery was left by a very ancient and advanced civilization. It is very difficult to do something like this, and if we consider their direct connection to their knowledge of astronomy, then we are talking about someone whose knowledge was many times greater than the civilizations we know. The stones used in the mystery look like simple natural objects, but they have been artificially altered to suit their purposes and scattered all over the planet. Or, for example, such balls are found on the Russian archipelago Franz Josef Land. On the island of Champ, a large number of stone spheres of different sizes, ranging from 2 km to 3 meters in diameter, have been found. The spheres lie on the surface among the ordinary stones, which discards the theory of their natural origin. They are not found on the neighboring islands. Another group of stone spheres in Russia is located in the Komi Republic. They are scattered along the bank of the river Isma and also have different sizes. In the small Central American Republic of Costa Rica, an interesting discovery was made in the late 1940s. Workers who were cutting through the dense tropical jungle for banana plantations unexpectedly stumbled upon some strange stone sculptures of a regular spherical shape. The biggest of them was 3 meters in diameter and weighed almost 16 tons. But the smallest ones did not exceed the size of a handball, measuring only about 10 centimeters across. It should be noted that with a large diameter, the deviation is only 8 millimeters. The balls are distributed as a rule in groups of 3 to 45 pieces. But the most amazing thing happened next. Costa Rican scientists interested in the stone balls decided to look at the site from above, from a helicopter. The helicopter rose above the jungle, and beneath it, a page from the geometry textbook was suddenly floating, stretching for dozens of kilometers. Lines of spheres formed giant triangles, squares, and circles, lined up in straight lines precisely oriented on a north-south axis. The thought immediately comes to mind that these balls were made and stacked by very skillful people. But when and for what purpose were they erected? What tools did the ancient craftsmen use to give the stone a regular spherical shape? With what tools did the giants roll from place to place, making them into precise geometric shapes? Of course, it remains a mystery in how these multi-ton enormous balls were delivered through the jungle and swamps from the quarries, far from the site of discovery of several tens of kilometers. Unfortunately, most of these questions have not been answered satisfactorily. Immediately after the discovery of the spheres, archaeologists began intensive excavations. Unexpectedly, they were faced with an unbelievable fact. Apart from the stone spheres, there was not a single object in the area that would indicate the presence of man at any time. No stone tools, no shards, no bones were found. Nothing. When there is a void in cognition, there are immediately a host of hypotheses that seek to fill it. But these two places are not limited to the findings of spheres. In distant Costa Rica, there are also stone spheres and in great numbers. The spheres were found back in the last century by workers during jungle felling. The spheres are well polished, but by whom and for what purpose is unknown. It is also unknown how these multi-ton boulders were carried into the jungle. Scientists only agree that the spheres were made by piercing and grinding. It is difficult to do such work even with modern tools, let alone those of the Indians. Another group of stone spheres is found in New Zealand. The story is similar to the other spheres. They lie on the surface, and it is not known who made them and for what purpose. As usually happens, researchers begin to refer to religious cult. People made balls to placate the gods. But it is difficult to believe that living in the northern latitudes, where to get food and heating, a whole quest someone will spend time and energy to grind stone balls weighing several tons. Next in the video. The Valley of Spheres, a mysterious place in Kazakhstan. The Valley of Spheres in Kazakhstan, a mysterious place our planet conceals a huge number of mysteries. Phenomena that even modern science can hardly explain. One of such puzzles is the origin of huge stone spheres scattered across the boundless valley of the Kazakh peninsula, Mangistau. The average person thinks it is a joke of giants or alien visitors, but scientists managed to find the real reason for their appearance in this desert area. The origin of the stone spheres is disputed by historians. The Valley of Spheres attracts travelers who flock to the peninsula to see with their own eyes the stone blocks of regular rounded shapes. The orbs vary in size and color, but are mostly composed of sedimentary rocks, sand and clay. Scientists call these spheres nodules. While studying their origin, it was revealed that the balls may have been formed as a result of electrical discharges that appeared in the Earth's crust in areas of active tectonic faults. The rock rotated and the rock grew around the grain, and that is how the stone balls appeared. The Valley of Balls in Kazakhstan is a mysterious place. Scientists maintain that the nodules were formed long ago when there were bodies of water in what is now the valley. The grain or core of the orb was formed from the remains of small organisms that lived in the bodies of water. This is confirmed by the fact that, looking at the rock inside the ball, you can discern the preserved ancient prints of insects, shells, and fish. The ball was formed on the principle of a snowball. A tiny core was covered with a thick layer of sand and clay. The size of the spheres varies. There are small specimens, and there are those with a diameter of 1 meter or more. Inside the ball, there's a core. The shape of the balls is gradually changing today. Under the action of the winds, they gradually collapse, and the landscape takes on an even more mysterious appearance. That's the end of it. Thanks to everyone who read to the end.